Hey guys, Matt here with Carolina Coops, and today we're in Orlando, Florida. Standing next to me is Maria. She is the new proud owner of this beautiful custom coop that you see behind us. And what we wanted to do in this video is capture definitely the before and after and all the things of why we did what we did. So Maria, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So what I want to do, Maria, is kind of do the customer walk around, which we haven't officially done yet. And again, any questions you have or comments, especially that you are, how many years of experience do you have with chickens right now?
About 7.
7 years.
7 years.
So what I love about that is most of our customers are brand new to getting chickens, and I definitely really want to hit on the points of why you chose to have us do what we did based on your previous experiences, the problems we solved, and why we did what we did, because I know a lot of people are thinking about getting into chickens, and they usually start off with, if you want to pan that way real quick. Okay, I don't want to pick on your coop, but
That's good.
they're readily available, they're cheap. Well, I thought they were cheap.
No,
Again, you said you
that's
paid
about $800.
$800 for that. But you know, you ran into all kinds of problems, and I worry about how many people might be getting out of the hobby because they think the chickens are hard to keep, and they're not. It's all about the coop, and that's what we have behind us. All right, so you ready to do this?
Yes.
All right, so what we did is the original idea was she had an existing chain link fence that you were using as a run, and the original plan was just to build around it, because what was the number one reason actually you wanted to have that additional run? What was the one thing that you didn't have that you do have now?
A lot of things. Well, the height of the run didn't have really doors.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You forgot that one, right?
The bungee cords on your
I
doors.
was using bungee cord to hold the doors, to try to keep them really tight so no predators can come through the door or anything like that. But yeah.
And then the solid roof run.
Oh gosh, that was the worst. We have no roof, so if it was a storm, we swim inside the run. You know, literally you have to use a canoe to get in the run because all the water. And seriously, you're laughing, it's true.
But it's true.
And the sun was brutal, and the hens wasn't having really a place, so I had to put a stuff in top. So it was a nightmare. I was just tired.
Right, so those two major key things, the height, you won't think about that until it's too late. When you're looking at other coops, you're thinking about designing your own coop, you definitely want a run that you can walk into that gives you plenty of height, so we're going to show you that here in a little bit. And then one of my favorite parts about your run is that solid metal roof. So it's going to stay dry and
Nice.
gives them lots of shade.
Yes, yes.
Cool. So also what we'll do is we'll kind of start to dissect it a little bit. So what we did is we went with all our vertical uprights that were originally designed to kind of mimic those metal posts, kind of hide them a little bit. And we have it all sitting on the ground, and we've connected the bottom with the pressure treated 2x6s. And a couple reasons for that is, one, I'm a fan of letting our structures act like a boat in the ocean, float over the surface of the ground, and you helps displace all that weight when it's coming down. But also when you're designing a large structure like this for a chicken coop, you got to make sure you're anticipating all those points of contact for the screen. So because of that, if you want to come around, we take a look at, like, here's another great shot right here. We actually notched to make this flush, so when that screen is on the inside, it's just one flat surface, and also gives it a lot of strength by having that shoulder cut and that cheek cut for that, in this case, that 2x6 to sit there, and went in with the hot dip galvanized carriage bolts and bolted everything together. And then in between them, we just, a little overkill, but I think it looks good, is the 2x6 pressure treated. We went every other to connect the 1/2-inch hardware cloth for the screen on the inside. And I tell you, being a Brady Bunch fan, this kind of reminded me of their home. Maybe I'm crazy, but I thought it looked awesome. And then the other thing too, to point out from a design aspect, we were talking about when we got to this point of possibly making this all solid wood, kind of like one giant solid gable. And I said, no, let's leave it open. What do you think now?
I love it. I love the way that is a lot of ventilation, and it looks really, really nice. I get actually to see the whole inside of my coop.
Yeah, she hasn't been in her hen house yet either, too.
I think so. He put hidden cameras. I swear to God. So
No.
I keep on my promise. I stay out. It was painful, but I did it. And if I have to go in the back over there for something, I was doing this.
Yeah, you're gonna love when we show you that inside. So the other thing too, especially for your YouTube chicken police out there, in case I forget to mention it, cameraman / Sean, our driver right now, did an amazing job. He attached a predator apron going around the entire structure. So what you'll end up doing, Maria, is when you do your landscaping, that'll eventually disappear on its own. If you're ever gonna put any plants in, you can just trim out, you know,
No,
to give yourself a
not
hole.
trimming.
No, you're not gonna trim
No,
through it. You're gonna come back this way.
Uh,
Well, what I'm saying is you can.
do you forget what I did to the outside before?
No, we know very well because we know what we went through when we had to pull the chain link out. That was fun.
And that one that didn't come out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, that was a good time. So, anyways, there's the predator apron, and right here is how you're going to gain entry into your run area. We did 2 doors, 1 on each side, to really mimic what you already had for a large opening, which was really, really nice. And I see you got your carabiner here. If you're not sure what a carabiner is, that's this little guy right here. And it's just extra security. All our gate latches have that little hole right there, so you put it through there. So if a raccoon tries to climb up, they can't open that up. So love to see that. And you want to let some girls out?
Yes.
So I wish we would have got this on camera yesterday. We finally finished it last night. And I think your husband did get some pictures, but
Yeah.
the
I
girls,
sent it to you.
for the very first time, went right up into their hen house on their own. They were extremely happy.
Here is one coming down. Look, 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 look. This one coming down. Look.
That is awesome. Should we just let them out? Here we go. We'll let them all out.
And this one.
And this is what makes chickens the happiest. Here we got a huge run. It's 18 by 20, but nothing makes your girls happier, right? When they get out, chance to free range, go do what they're meant to do. Makes them so happy. All right, so we have this other door here. We got a barrel bolt at the top, barrel bolt at the bottom. We'll just open that up. And what we did here is we gave you a wooden threshold, mainly so that you have a spot. We had a spot to attach that predator apron to continue around, but we kept it low enough so that if you have to come in with a wheelbarrow or whatever, you can go right over it. So Evan, our master designer, he actually came up with a great idea. Something that's very interesting that Maria has is, how many roosters do you have?
4.
4 roosters. And now, I'm not a fan of keeping roosters. They can be extremely stressful to your girls, but they have 2 purposes. One is reproduce if you wanted to have babies, and obviously to protect your girls. We did talk a little bit about that in the first video, where one gave up his life, right?
Yes, one of my first rooster, he actually gave up his life. Take care of my hens. He died, but all my hens survived.
So they do serve a purpose. They get a little noisy, but I have to tell you, for having 4 roosters, they are very good roosters. So you're
That's
doing
awesome.
something right. So what we have here is a rooster run / quarantine area, and already I couldn't believe last night you were able to get them. They knew exactly where to go. So we'll open this up,
Here you go. So he can take a video of it.
see if they want to come down. We'll give them some time. So let's walk over here. And this is going to be one of my favorite areas. You know, remember, that chain link fence was, I mean, it was right. I was hitting my head on it. You have all this room now.
It was like this.
Yeah.
And even me, I have little too. That was no funny at all.
Well, you won't have that problem anymore. You got all this beautiful headroom, big cathedral ceiling, if you will. And the other nice thing is, being that you have these, you know, large rafters, anytime you go to hang your feeder, chicken paraphernalia, whatever you want to hang, you got a lot of canvas to work with.
Nice, yes.
So a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Pretty standard is, you know, for example, 2 water bars, one right here and then one in the rooster run. And being, again, this was all an afterthought. This was all kind of came together while we're here. The barrels are not in yet. They're on back order. But she'll get her barrels in, so you'll be able to collect your rainwater. Your gutter guy's coming in to put seamless gutters in, I think, in a couple days. So he'll be able to tie all that in. Now, another thing that I loved that you did yesterday, if you can maybe explain a little bit. You and I, we put in this little
I love it.
little
The
roost bar from a tree branch that you had. And then I noticed you started putting in some existing bricks that you had. So what are you gonna do over here?
Well, over here, I'm going to add some more dirt and some good ash made out of just wood, natural wood, and some natural herbs that I went to buy the other day, some bags of natural herbs. So I can mix it up with the dirt, and this is going to be where they can take their bath. So that's their chicken bath.
One of the other things, one of the problems that you had when we first showed up on site were actually rats.
Yes.
Okay? A question we get a lot is, what do I do to prevent rodents from getting into my coop, my structure, whatever? Now, I try to explain to people, it's hard to believe, but basically, believe it or not, rats can fit through a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hole. And here, we have 1/2 inch hardware cloth, and we love this stuff, but believe it or not, if their skull can fit through, their body can come through. So, I don't want to say it's impossible to keep rodents out of a chicken coop. If they want to get in, I mean, they can gnaw through copper pipe, they can gnaw through wood. Don't give them a reason to want to come in. And you gave them, not knowing, a perfect little harborage area, and that's what we did get in video, so hopefully that's coming up right now, maybe. And by eliminating that, they aren't even going to want to be around here, and I think that'll solve 99% of the reason why you had rats come around here in the first place. What did you want to know?
¿Qué querían saber?
¿Por dónde voy a recoger los huevos?
Wait, that's eggs, I know that one.
No habla.
No. Where will I collect the eggs? Can I show you?
Puedo mostrarte.
Okay.
Alright, right back here is the egg hutch. You just open this up. That's all you do to get to the eggs.
Hola, de vuelta. Aquí está, el embrague está abierto. Eso es todo lo que haces para llegar a los huevos.
Oh, qué bien. Very good. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
De nada.
Okay, Papa.
So real quick, I wanted to capture the customization that I couldn't be happier with. The original job when we got here was just to make these doors for her, and it turned into this whole other project. But one of the things I absolutely love is how we were able to customize our design that everyone loves, the back of our hen house, and just open up these beautiful doors. And of course we have the deep litter door right here. And if you want to come in here, I mean already this egg hutch is not even, gosh, I don't know, not even 12 hours old. And we have a girl already getting ready to start nesting, which I guess we'll capture a little bit more. Or not, there she goes. Just absolutely wanted to show how we can build anything, even scaling up and down something that we build, all ready for our regular Carolina Coops.
Nice! Look at my floor! Oh, I love it! Did I tell you I love it?
And I couldn't wait to hear the sound of them rolling on the tile floor. I think you're the only one that has the tile floor inside a chicken coop.
Of course!
Pull it all the way up. 500 pounds, all right? So very easy spot to store. In this case, you have 200 bales of hemp. And
You can put another one over there too.
yeah, absolutely you can. Tons of room, and it just doesn't get any easier than that. Taking advantage of all that storage underneath. And then go ahead and put it shut.
Look at that. One finger, hold on.
They're big and heavy. Tucked away, gone. All right. Here's another one of Evan's special treats. Go ahead, you can open up your doors.
Evan is a genius. I love you, honey. Look. Look at what he did for me. Oh my God.
Doesn't get any easier than that.
So
You just slide them open.
Look at her sitting already. Oh, look at her.
Yeah. Encouraging their instincts. Just give them what they want. The rest is so easy. So the nice thing about this is we're inside her existing shed. You bought this shed, what, about a month ago?
Yeah.
And perfect example of having us come in. And this was originally the why you had us here was just to build this hen
This
house.
area, yes.
This was the original idea, and it was just a great way. We have maximized every square foot, every cubic foot going up. And again, you got a spot over here for your roosters. You got your spot over here for your hen house and your girls to hop into the egg hutch. And now the other nice thing is, and I know you're a neat freak, you don't have to, but if you want to, your roost bars come right out, no tools necessary. You can clean off their tree branches just like that. And then when you're, say you gotta let them dry or whatever, have them come right back in, pop them right on the sockets, just like that. And you're back in business.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, and this will be so easy now because you're up
Look
higher.
at the little stairs.
Oh yeah, you got the little ladder so they can get out. Yeah, we got it one size fits all. You got to make all the chickens around the world happy. Yeah, so here, come on over, get a shot of her. She's already getting ready to nest. Now, I love the material that you have for nesting. I don't recommend putting hemp inside there.
And they keep clean. They just lay over there their eggs.
Yeah, you technically never should have to clean out your egg hutch if everything's designed right.
And that's why I put some lavender and some of those herbs, because when they're nice and calm, it's like a spa for chickens. That's it. That's the name of my corner
The spa,
over there.
the
Chicken
spa, the chicken spa,
The chick spa.
the chick spa.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so when you go to add, now listen, now remember, you're going to see chicken droppings in there. You don't add your carbon. You're not going to add your industrial hemp until you have that nitrogen smell. So as they're out scratching on the ground, eating bugs off the ground, and they defecate in here, they're introducing the microbes. That's what's going to do all the work for you. Just pull your drawers out just like that. Take your hemp, broadcast it in there. You don't have to take a whole nother bale. You don't have to try to add another 4 or 6 inches. Just covering up the droppings, adding those layers.
Next year, right?
Pop.
That's for next year.
It very well could, because here's the other thing you're doing right, is you're not overloading your hen house. You have the perfect chicken to hen house ratio. It's absolutely critical. So here we are, back over to one of the hen houses you made.
Yeah, that I made. Proudly made.
Yes, you did a great job. Come on.
Hey, it's still standing. Better than that one that I bought.
You did extremely well. So now, one of the things is, Maria called us up like 20 minutes before we're leaving. Can you add an egg hutch? Can you add an egg hutch? I said absolutely. But because of that, you'll notice we used our regular, what's called 4-inch on center siding. You'll notice on your hen house doors, Evan took the time to go and get the T111, or where they're every 8-inch on center. So if you're noticing, well, that's not the right siding.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
It's
There'll be
perfect.
people out there going, oh, you didn't match it up. Well, that's why.
I like it.
But these egg hutches, go ahead and open it up. So when you go to collect your eggs, it's just that easy. Now, here's the other thing I want to notice. We didn't disturb her. Chickens are very aware of things that are above. You know, they got to be careful of predators. When you have a roof that lifts up, 2 things. Especially in this case, you would have to go get a step stool to go get your eggs. That's not fun. But we're not disturbing her. All right, she would freak out if we opened that up. Now, the other thing too that I can't emphasize enough, and this is why I love the long stringy hay material, is she's gonna build a nest, and if you say you had like, say you had pine shavings in there or like industrial hemp, it's too loose. Okay, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna constantly kick that out. All right, and it'll build up right here. This should open shut just like that. All right, if it's not, that means this material is getting kicked out right here. But again, because it's longer, stringier, she's not happy with me.
You messing with my
Get out of my
nest.
house.
Yeah, don't mess with my nest.
You messing with my new
My nest is
nest.
best. All right, so just if it doesn't shut like that, just make sure you clear this area out. And once those nests form, they get locked in. Should not be an issue. And here's another spot if you have to add a carabiner.
Yeah.
You can add it right there. Oh, and the other thing too, we didn't have to, but we decided to be best, is again, Sean went all the way around, even your shed area, to make sure no animals can dig underneath. So we got your predator apron going all the way around. One thing I do want to capture, because I know if I don't, I'm going to regret it. Evan, come on in here. Come on, buddy. Come on. This is the man of the hour. I'm so glad I got a picture of the original design. I couldn't be happier with what this man has pulled off.
Son.
There is
You rock, Evan.
there are so many things he had to calculate. You know, right now looking at it, it looks simple. You know, I'm sure for most people. He
No,
had
it's
to
not.
make sure when you're coming into someone else's work, knowing and anticipating. You almost have to be psychic. You almost have to know 20 steps down the road what you got to anticipate to pull off everything to work to perfection. That's exactly what he did here. Hopefully I got a couple videos showing that along the way. And I know you really appreciate it, but Evan, you've done an amazing job. We've been on the road for, God, it seems like almost a month now. It's not easy. Sean and I are kind of used to it, but being away from the family, so we can't thank you enough, because you guys make it all worthwhile. And I know I can speak for Evan, and we really appreciate it. Seeing it all finally done.
I know, I love it. Every single step.
All right. And then the other thing, too, I wanted to mention is you got to promise me. Now, she's an artist. You have amazing painting. So you said, Matt, I'm going to go in there and paint this. Definitely got to send us pictures after you paint it.
I will.
And then, of course, questions. You know, we're friends for life now. We're always here. You can FaceTime us, call us if you ever have any questions. But definitely got to send us some pictures. And guys out there, if you've enjoyed this video, please, if you haven't already, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can always leave the questions and comments down below. Check us out at carolinacoops.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram. But Maria, again, thank you so much. You've been the absolute best.
You guys are awesome.
Well, thank you. All right, so this lady next to me, she's up from Panama, and she's been cooking us dinner, and she doesn't speak, well, she speaks very, very little English, so we've been using Google Translate. So, let me, thank you so, we're gonna get this, you ready? Thank you so much for cooking for us.
Muchas gracias por cocinar para nosotros.
Con mucho gusto lo hice y lo vuelvo a hacer.
I did it, I do it again.
Aw. Have a safe trip back to Panama.
Bueno, muchas gracias, eres el mejor.
De nada, les deseo un buen viaje y que Dios los acompañe.
I wish you a good trip and may God accompany you.
Ah.